Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to look at leaders and mental health. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 10th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. And my book in Japanese is called Zaeigyo. Plus, my new book is be out shortly called Stop Wasting Money on Training. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku, the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan, and trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is "ii tenki desu ne." "Ii tenki desu ne." Nice weather today, isn't it? "Ii tenki desu ne." Actually, this is proving to be a harder and harder statement to make. The weather's going crazy all around the world. So, fewer and fewer days we can actually say "ii tenki desu ne." "Ii tenki desu ne." "Ii tenki desu ne." The weather's nice today, isn't it? "Ii tenki desu ne." "Ii tenki desu ne." This is episode number 481. Today we're talking about emotional fitness for leaders, part 1. Dr. Emily Anhalt is an American psychologist who has created a gym for mental health based on research she did with 100 leaders and 100 psychologists who were treating leaders. She identified 7 factors which measure how fit we are in this sphere of mental health. Now, does any modern leader believe things are going to ease off and leading will become less stressful and more relaxed? I certainly don't. The problem is many of us grew up in the era of harden up, soldier on, with strife and trouble, suck it up, grit your teeth and bear it. That era's level of technology, speed of business, global matrix connectivity was far removed from the complexity we face today. We need to be as fit mentally as we all strive to become physically. Let's take a look at the good doctor's suggestions. Number 1, learn your emotional triggers and biases. This is familiar territory for me because I teach a course called Disagree Agreeably. And this is where we look for what we call hot buttons or triggers that get the temper rising, the blood pressure pulsing, and the body heat to climb rapidly. My wife assures me my temper is getting shorter as I get older. She's probably correct. And there are no shortages of things to irritate me, starting with COVID and all that it brings with it. The ability to ignore these irritants isn't easy to develop, but we can work on how we respond. We recommend using a cushion between the offending declaration and our reaction. It is a benign sentence which neither diminishes nor inflames the situation, but which acts as a circuit breaker to stop us shooting our emotion-laden mouth off before we have a chance to engage our brain first. It can be as simple as saying, "Thank you for raising this topic. It is an important one." For me, that takes about 4 to 5 seconds to say, and that is enough time to overrule the impulse to launch forth with the first thing which pops into my head and instead plumb a more considered response to whatever nonsense my interlocutor has been sprouting. Number 2, understand the emotions of others. I can't recall the author of this saying, but it is a goodie. Remember, everyone in life is carrying a heavy load. While I was in hospital recovering from a near-death experience with pneumonia, after spending 6 days in the intensive care unit, I was reflecting on life. I thought that I should be less judgmental and intolerant of others. I was reminded of this carrying a heavy load idea. We've all read about the lives of the rich, famous, and prominent, and there is no shortage of problems facing them, so money isn't an insulation from trouble. They may have different heavy loads, but they are carrying them too. So if we get annoyed with someone, stop for a moment and reflect that everyone in life is carrying a heavy load, and we may be better able to adjust our high expectations for their behavior. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 14th of October, doing Winning with Relationship Selling. This is our main selling program. It covers everything you need to know to be excellent in sales. It also teaches you how to build that relationship, how to become that trusted advisor with the buyer. On the 22nd of October, we're doing a Dale Carnegie course. This is our flagship course. Only get it here. It's a bit of an omnibus course. It covers expanding your universe through stretching your comfort zone, leadership, people skills, communication skills, stress management skills. That's also a very big one. So very good all-round program. Great for people who are new into leadership positions. Great for people who are often in highly technical areas where they don't really have great ability to deal with other people, good communication skills. Very, very good for those particular areas. On the 2nd of November, we're doing our high impact presentations course. Wonderful program. Main modules done over 2 days consecutive, 2 instructors, everything videoed, massive feedback, massive coaching, one-on-one all the way through. Wonderful program. Our website is www.dale, D-A-L-E hyphen Carnegie, C-A-R-N-E-G-I-E .co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 for you there at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Number 3, find comfort in discomfort. Human beings are wired to avoid discomfort, which is why we all lead these amazing lives full of gadgets to make things easier for us. Around the world, karate dojo are having a hard time getting students because there is a lot of discomfort in the training, and the younger generation would rather sit on the sofa and play video games. Difficult things are difficult, and we have to face that reality and get on with it. When I first started karate training at 17, it was more confusing than uncomfortable because I wasn't coordinated enough or good enough to do difficult things. As I progressed through the ranks, I could do more complex things. This is where the discomfort factor took off. The point is, it was a gradual process of adjustment. My ability to find comfort, that I was getting faster, stronger, better, was traded against the pain and discomfort involved in the process. When we can understand that trade-off, we can put up with the discomfort because there is a bigger goal in front of us. The pace didn't go from 0 to 100 though. It moved in spurts, and this is a hint for all of us about how to build up our comfort in discomfort mental muscle. In part 2, we are going to continue and look at how to, number 5, bounce forward from failure and setbacks. Number 6, express needs, feelings, and feedback. And 7, implement what you have learned in your daily life. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.